The film opens with a man named Gorr walking through an arid wasteland with his ailing daughter. Gorr carries the girl until she passes away in his arms. Later, he comes across a paradise with food and water belonging to the god Rapu. Gorr is the last of Rapu's disciples, and he begs the god for help. Rapu coldly shuns Gorr, and Gorr renounces him. Gorr is then called upon by the Necro Sword, a weapon that can kill gods, and was just taken from another being that tried to kill the gods. Gorr accepts the Necro Sword's call and slays Rapu. He then vows to kill every last god. Korg tells a group of Asgardian children the legend of Thor. He was raised in battle and became a legendary hero, saving the world many times, but also losing many people close to him, like his mother Frigga and of course, Loki. Since his last adventure, Thor has gotten back into shape and has been on many adventures with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Nebula, Rocket, and Groot. Korg notes that Thor is hiding a lot of emotional pain behind his rough exterior as he still misses the love of his life, Jane Foster. Thor and the Guardians arrive at a planet overrun by bird-like invaders. Thor wields Stormbreaker and flies into battle, with the Guardians doing some shooting and heavy lifting as well. After Thor wrecks all the invaders and their ships, the King of the Land gifts Thor and the Guardians with 2 giant screaming goats. Back on Earth, Jane has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. While undergoing chemo, she is supported by Dossie Lewis. Dr. Eric Selvig also tries to help, but the outlook isn't good for Jane. Seeking further help, she looks into Asgardian magic and learns that Mjolnir might be the key to saving her. In New Asgard, Valkyrie is ruling as king, and the place has become a tourist attraction, complete with their own theater troupe of actors reenacting Thor's adventures. Jane goes to a museum where the broken pieces of Mjolnir are left on display. The pieces then appear to glow and react in Jane's presence. As the team flies away and tries to tame the goats, they detect a distress signal coming from Lady Sif, who calls to Thor and appears to be in the middle of a major fight. Knowing that they may be up against a greater threat than they know, Thor opts to part ways with the Guardians. He takes Korg and uses Stormbreaker's power to open the Bifrost and travel to Sif's location. Thor and Korg come upon an icy land where they find the skeleton of a creature called Falagar. Thor finds Sif wounded with her arm missing, thinking she is ready to die. She tells Thor about Gorr and how he is going after the gods, earning him the name God Butcher. They teleport back to New Asgard where Gorr and his minions, Black Berserkers, are attacking the Asgardians. Thor uses Stormbreaker to smash down the monsters, while Korg gets Sif to safety. In the middle of the battle, Thor is elated to see Mjolnir coming his way, until it returns to Jane, who is now wearing armor as the Mighty Thor. Thor is astonished to see her there. Korg continues his story with a brief flashback to Thor and Jane's relationship. After their previous adventures, they started a serious relationship, but due to Thor's heroics and Jane's studies in science, they couldn't make the relationship work, so they had to break up. Still, Thor is elated to see Jane once more. Gorr then has his monsters capture the Asgardian children and imprison them far from home. The heroes receive a projected image from Axel, son of Heimdall. With Thor's help, he is able to show Thor that the kids are being kept in the Shadow Realm. Thor resolves to join forces with Jane, Valkyrie, and Korg to round up other gods for help. The team travels to Omnipotent City, where all kinds of gods gather. The four disguise themselves and sit as they watch Zeus make a grand entrance, as Thor cites Zeus as an inspiration. However, Zeus quickly proves to be nothing but a jerk who is interested in orgies and not the well-being of the gods. He catches Thor and exposes him, forcing the other three to reveal themselves. Thor tells Zeus and the gods about Gorr and his threat to go after all of them, but while Zeus quietly acknowledges the danger that Gorr poses, he tells Thor he cannot be bothered to help, or even lend them his lightning bolt to help. Zeus also says that Gorr will not reach eternity, which Valkyrie tells Jane is a cosmic being that can grant a wish to anyone that summons it, meaning Gorr will use his wish to kill all the gods at once. Thor and his friends fight against Zeus's guards, but Zeus strikes Korg and shatters his body, but not killing him. Thor retaliates by hurling Zeus's bolt through his chest. Korg summons the goats to bring their ship back to get them out of there. On their way to the Shadow Realm, Thor sees that Stormbreaker is apparently jealous of the attention that Thor has been giving to Jane and Mjolnir, prompting him to reassure the axe that they are still a pair. Thor and Jane also talk and appear to rekindle their romantic feelings for one another. The ship then makes it to the Shadow Realm, where everything is stripped of color. Jane hurls Stormbreaker into space because she knows that Gorr will use the Bifrost to find eternity. Gorr finds them and battles Thor, Jane, and Valkyrie, with Gorr wounding Valkyrie in the process. Gorr threatens to kill both Jane and Valkyrie unless Thor summons Stormbreaker, leaving him with no choice but to do so. Thor grabs the axe and opens the Bifrost, attempting to escape with Jane and Valkyrie, but Gorr catches Stormbreaker just as they are teleported. Jane is left without her armor and has gotten weaker and more sickly. Jane is brought to a hospital where Thor learns that her prolonged use of Mjolnir is killing her faster. Although she wants to help Thor fight Gorr, he tells her that he loves her and wants her to still be alive. She relents and lets Thor go off on his own. Thor gets Zeus's lightning bolt from Valkyrie and heads off to face Gorr. Gorr brings the children to Eternity, where he places Stormbreaker down to begin the process. Thor arrives and battles Gorr with all his might, but Gorr begins to overpower him. Jane senses this and wields Mjolnir one more time and takes the fight to Gorr, pummeling him and helping Thor free Stormbreaker. Thor also grants the children temporary powers to use their own weapons to fight the Black Berserkers. With their combined forces, Thor and Jane destroy the Necro Sword. However, the gate to Eternity has been opened. Before Gorr can make his wish, Thor tells him that he doesn't want revenge, but rather love. Thor chooses love instead of fighting Gorr since he would rather spend his final moments with Jane, who is dying. Gorr is faced with a realization that he is dying due to his prolonged corruption from the Necro Sword, and he uses his wish to see his daughter one last time. Thor stays by Jane's side, reaffirming their love for one another and sharing one last kiss as her body disintegrates. Gorr spends one final moment with his daughter and asks Thor to take care of her before he dies. Korg ends his story by saying that Jane's sacrifice made her a hero and Asgardian legend. Valkyrie went back to ruling New Asgard, using Sif's help to train the children in self-defense. Korg got his body back and found a male partner from his species. Thor is now raising Gorr's daughter as his own, calling her love, and she is shown to be just as tough as he is. They go outside their home to face an incoming threat together, with Korg saying they are known as Love and Thunder. Mid-credit scene, Zeus is revealed to still be alive, and he is plotting revenge against Thor. He turns this task over to his son Hercules, Brett Goldstein. Post-credit scene, Jane's spirit is welcomed by a familiar face Heimdall. He welcomes her to the land of the gods, Valhalla. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching.